Hi guys! So I've got a really exciting video today. Well, I think it's exciting because it's about Christmas, and Christmas is literally the best time of year ever. So basically, I know it's November, but to me that's the best time to start getting Christmas decorations and stuff sorted. So I've been out a couple of times this month and accumulated a few things for Christmas decorations this year. So I'm just doing a haul video today of some of the things that I've bought this month. So I've been out and about a few different shops, mostly cheap, like budget stores, because I don't have tons of money to spend on decorations and things like that. So a lot of this stuff is pretty cheap. Because this year I want to make my own wreath and like garland to put over the fireplace, I have bought a few like crafty bits for that as well. So I'm just going to get straight into the video and show you some of the stuff I've got for Christmas this year. So basically my colour scheme in my bedroom is like pink and white glittery and a little bit tacky, and downstairs I'm going to try and make it a little bit more like rustic, but keeping with the white and pink and throwing a bit of copper and gold in there. First shop I went to, well probably wasn't, this is going to be in no order, is Home Bargains in the UK. This is a great store for like really cheap things. So I've got a few things from there. First I bought these like super glittery cupcakes, and they're pretty big, like almost the size of my hand, and these were £1 each, and I bought 3. So that's a whole lot of glitter and pink right there. Then I bought this little guy, just a little nutcracker, and he's again really tacky, but he's gonna look great. And he was £1 as well, I think, so really cheap. And then I bought this, which I love. It's a candle and it looks like a pine cone, because you might notice throughout this video I'm going on a bit of a pine cone like obsession at the minute. So this is a little glittery pine cone candle. I'm not going to light it, I'm just going to use it as a decoration, but this was £1.99, and this will go downstairs because it's sort of rusticy but looks cute, so I like that. Next I went to Asda. I only bought 2 things from Asda, but I bought this really cute, like, is it a church or is it a house? I'm not sure. It could be a house, really sparkly white, like just a resin house. And this was £2. I think that was really cute. And then I bought some wrapping paper. I tried to get wrapping paper this year that kind of goes with the theme of my house, so I can put the wrapped presents under my tree and then it'll look all cute and not out of place. So this is just like white wrapping paper with little gold stars on, which is really cute. And this was £2 for a roll of 5 meters, which is really good. So that was nice. I've been struggling this year to find wrapping paper that isn't really tacky and covered in like writing, because I like to decorate my presents with like bows and ribbons and stuff. So I like my wrapping paper to be quite minimal, but this is the best I could find, except for the stuff that I'll show you later from M&S. But yeah, £2 was pretty cool for that. Next I went to IKEA. I only bought a couple of things from IKEA, the rest of the stuff was not Christmas things, obviously. But first things I bought were these really lovely candle holders. And they're like a copper colour with these little stars cut out of them. And these were £2.50 each, so I got 2 of those. And to put in those, obviously, I needed to get some IKEA candles. I was looking for some candles that were like Christmassy scented, but I couldn't find any there. I don't know if they've got any Christmas scented candles there at the moment. I don't know why. But I just stuck with these white candles that smell of vanilla. No, they don't. Vanilla ice cream. Obviously, by that image. They really smell sweet, and I'm not usually a fan of vanilla candles, but I'm going to burn them at the same time as my other Christmas scented candle, so it kind of doesn't smell as vanilla-y, because my other candle smells like cinnamon and everything. So These will be okay though. I'm not going to burn them loads, but it's mainly just because they fit perfectly in the holders. So I got those, and those were only 85 pence each, which is really cheap. And they're supposed to burn for 25 hours, so not bad. Then I bought some fairy lights because they were really cheap. These were 8.4 metre fairy lights. I don't know how I'm going to use up that long of a string of fairy lights because I was only going to put it across my fireplace, but my fireplace isn't 8.4 metres long, so we'll see how that works. But these were £8 for a string of, I think they're just white fairy lights. And then I found some like fairy light attachment covers that match the candle holders. I was really excited when I saw these because how they work, if you're not familiar with the IKEA fairy lights, is they just go onto, well, they like clip onto the fairy lights and you can like interchange them. So you could buy a pack of fairy lights, buy some Christmassy like lanterns to put on them, and then when it's not Christmas you could take them off and switch them up. So I think that's really cool. So I bought those and they just clip on and they're really cute. So they're going to look lovely. I might not be able to put them on my fireplace though because like I said, they might be a little bit long. But this was £4 for the covers, and they do loads of different types. They do these in white and they do loads of like crystal-y looking ones. So £12 for the two together. It's actually really cool. Then I just picked up, these are not decorations, but I picked up some mulled drinks. These are not alcoholic, these are just mulled fruit flavoured drink and a mulled apple flavoured drink. They're just spicy like drinks that you can warm up, and they taste like mulled wine, but they're non-alcoholic. So that would be cool. I bought these to take back home with me. We can have them with like a Christmas meal or something because we're not big drinkers at our house. So these were £1.85 each, which is really good, and they taste really nice. And then I saw this gingerbread making house, gingerbread house kit, whatever, and I did one last year, but it wasn't an IKEA kit. It was like, I think it was from Lidl or something, and it was actual gingerbread, like the soft stuff, and I'm not into that. But I believe this is the biscuit stuff. It looks thin, so I don't think that'll be gingerbread. I believe this is biscuit, and I'm hoping it is. So I'm going to do another video, possibly this year, making a smaller gingerbread house, and I'm actually going to eat it this time because hopefully it should taste really nice. So that gingerbread house kit was £2.45, which is really cool. So I'll have a lot of fun doing that. Now back onto decorations, another bit. I went to Poundland and picked up just a couple of things. Most of the stuff in there is quite tacky, but if you look around you can find some okay things from shops like Poundland. So I bought two of these little pine cones and they're white and sparkly and they're glass, which is quite cool. I don't own any glass ornaments for my tree because I'm a little bit funny about them falling off and smashing, but these were only £1, so if they do smash I don't feel so bad about it. But they're lovely, they're really big and they're really sparkly, and obviously these were £1 each, so I bought two. I don't think I'm going to put them on my tree. I think I'm going to hang them maybe either end of my bed on like the bedposts maybe. That'll be cute, but we'll see. Then I bought some suction hooks I bought 2 packets of these, and you just sucker them to your window and hook lights on them, because I'm hoping this year I can put a couple of lights inside my windows so you can see them from outside. And yeah, those were £1 for 24, so I bought 2 packets. So hopefully that'll be enough to just stick on my window and sucker my lights to. And then I bought some packs of sweets. I've already opened the blackjacks and fruit salad packet because I love blackjacks. And these are just for my advent calendar. I'll show you my advent calendar now. This is my advent calendar. I've had this for years, since I was really little. It's so childish, but you just put sweets in it. So I thought I had to buy some packs of sweets for that, which is so exciting because I absolutely love advent calendars and eating sweets every morning. So that's everything from Poundland. Next I went to M&S, and I don't usually shop in M&S because it's a little bit pricey for me, and I just find you can find similar sorts of things elsewhere for cheaper. But I saw this wrapping paper online and I just had to go in and get it because it was so lovely. It's just this like Nordic almost pine cone paper, and you've got like this white bark paper, and you get a few tags and little embellishments in the kit, and this is £8, which is a little bit pricey. But I mainly bought this because I wanted this paper in frame, so I'll show you what I did. I bought a frame from IKEA and I sprayed it gold and framed the wrapping paper. We're going to put that above my fireplace, and it definitely makes the £8 wrapping paper worth the money when you're not just using it to be ripped off presents. And also M&S do 3 for 2 on their Christmas things, so I didn't feel so bad because I also bought 2 little tree decorations. And the first one I bought was this little rocking horse, if he's going to stop spinning around and having a pie. So, little rocking horse, and he was £4, which isn't too bad. Could find it cheaper, but 3 for 2 means I got this gorgeous ice skate for free, which was £3, and I think that is absolutely lovely. And these will go on my tree in my living room because they're really quite rusticy, traditional looking. So I love him, he's cute. I then went to B&M, and everything is so cheap in there, so got a few things from there. Got another advent calendar, and it's Disney princesses because I'm like a 5-year-old when it comes to Christmas. But this was only like, I think it was about £1 or something like that. And it's just a chocolate advent calendar, and you get like a free like magnetic puzzle in there, which I'm so gonna put on my fridge. But I just have to have chocolate advent calendar like every year. It's just like a thing since being a child. I just have to. So I got this for £1, and I now have 2 advent calendars, which is great. Then I bought some candy canes to go on my trees and around my house, and obviously they've got to be pink because pink is so much better than red and white. And these were 99p for a pack, which is pretty decent. You get quite a few in a pack, and they're strawberry flavoured, so they're not the mint ones, which are usually like the red and white. So I like those because I get a bit bored of the mint candy canes. But these are nice. I've already eaten a few of those, so might have to get some more. Then I got a box of snowy pine cones. I've got loads of pine cones in my house at the moment that I collected for autumn, and you know, I didn't really need to buy these, but they've got snow, like it looks like they've been snowed on, and I thought they actually look really good. So this was £2.99 for a pack of 42 of them. And I'm actually going to use these in my wreath and garland, so I just thought they were really nice. And then also for my living room, I bought these little dangly things that are like wooden stars and pine cones, and they've got little berries on the top, and these you just hang from whatever the hell you want to hang them from. I'm not sure what I'm going to hang them from, but we'll see. And these were £1.99 each, which isn't too bad. I've seen things like this everywhere this year, like these hanging like branchy, tree, stringy things. But this was like, these were the nicest I've seen and the cheapest I've seen as well, so I got those. And then last but no means least, I'm getting to the end, I went to Wilkinson's, and this is my favourite place to go at Christmas for like house decorations and like crafty things like wrapping paper and ribbons and just anything crafty at Christmas. I find they do like loads of really nice things. So I obviously went there because I want to make my own wreath and garland, and they sell loads of packets of things that you can decorate your own wreath with and all that sort of stuff. The first things I'll show you are actually the wreath and the garland bases. So this is the wreath that I bought, this like shabby looking rattan wreath. This was £5, and this is a decorate your own wreath, which I was looking for anyway, and this is probably one of the best deals I've seen because it's pretty big and it's pretty like sturdy and it's not going to fall apart. So I'm going to put a load of like pine cones and berries and things on this, so that's going to look cool. And then I bought a garland, and this was £10. It's a luxury garland, and this will all unravel, and this is 2 meters long, and it's got a little bow on it that you could probably reuse for something. But yeah, I liked this because it's got like a selection of different types of branches in, like leaves, like these fluffy ones, and then the normal green ones, because I wanted it to look a little bit more natural, because some of the garlands you can find just look so fake and horrible. So I paid a little bit more for this because they do have cheaper ones there. So this was £10, but I'm going to decorate that up and make it look really cute. And I will be doing a video on the wreath and the garland and all that sort of stuff, so look out for that because that's something I'll be doing. Then to decorate my wreath and garlands, I bought these little sticks of berries, and I bought 3 of these. These are £1 each, which is really good because they have, not only do they have these like little berry looking, well, berries, but they have these like frosted berries which look so pretty, and they look a lot more luxurious than just plain berries, so those will be really nice. Then I bought a pack of just plain berries that are all like singularly on sticks that you can just shove anywhere, and these were £1 for 50 of them, which is the cheapest I've seen anywhere, to be honest. Even online you're paying a little bit more, so if you need berries go to Wilko's. Then I bought 2 packs of cinnamon stick bundles, and these are just little cinnamon sticks with little bits of whatever the hell that's wrapped around there, and these are also for the garland and wreath, and those are £1 each, so that's really cheap. Then I bought this Christmas tree decoration in like a copper, it's like an industrial sort of style. This was £1.50, but I thought that would look really nice on my tree, so I got that. Then I bought 3 meters of silver like wiry ribbon. It's that ribbon with the wire in it if you want to make bows. And I just bought this to decorate my presents with. So that was £1 for 3 meters, which is pretty cool. They have tons of different colours as well, which is really good. Then I bought some snow spray. I don't know how this is going to look or how this is going to turn out, but this was £1.75, and I'm planning to spray my garland with it so it looks a little bit frosty and not as green, because I don't want too much green in my living room because it just won't match the tree and stuff. So I'm going to try and spray some of this on and make it look like it's been snowed on, but we'll see what that ends up looking like, because it says you can use it on like trees and stuff to make it look snowy, so we'll see how good that is. Then I bought some tinsel. I absolutely hate tinsel, I just think it's so tacky, but this is slightly less tacky tinsel. It's like white and iridescent, and I'm just going to wrap this around the top of my bed with my fairy lights, just so it kind of makes my bed look a bit more festive. So it shouldn't look too bad in my bedroom, but tinsel is banned from my living room because I just hate it. But this is £1, 2 meters, so it's not too bad. And the last things I bought, which are really, really boring, were some timers for my plugs, because if I do put lights in my front window, I want them to come on when I'm coming in from work, and I want them to turn off like late evening time, so I don't use crap loads of electric. So I bought 2 of these were £3 each, which is really cool. Just a 24-hour timer. So definitely invest in some timers for your Christmas lights if you want the lights to come on like as you're entering the house and make it look all nice, but then it'll turn off when you go to bed. So yes, I think that is everything that I bought. It seems like I didn't buy a lot, or did I? I don't know. But yeah, look out for my next videos making the wreath and the garland. That should be quite a bit of fun. I'm also planning on doing like a decorating my house video, like decorating my tree and things like that. So that will be up in the next couple of weeks as well. So if I do buy anything else in between now and then, you'll probably see it then. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed buying all the things for the video. Comment, rate and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.